Hello and welcome along to the Memorial Ground for Farnham Town versus Hungerford Town, the first match of Farnham's Step 3 campaign. There's a big crowd and big expectations here on a sunny afternoon against last year's 7th placed outfit, Hungerford Town, whose form just dipped off towards the end of last season, but they were a very solid side who were just a couple of places outside the playoffs. And lining up for Farnham, it's Zaki Waller in goal. The defence is Jack Dean, Ryan Kinane, Jordan Stepney and new arrival Brandon Mason. Joe Jackson and Matt McKenzie, who also joined in the summer, are in midfield, with Daryl Sanders and Bobby Joe Taylor, who arrived from Dorking, in behind the new front two of Sam Evans, who got injured last season but played some games. He's looked lethal in pre-season, alongside Ogo Obi, who's also impressed.
And number 11, Ogo Obi. On the bench for Farnham Town, it's number 6, Tom Leggett, number 7.
On the bench for Farnham, it's Tom Leggett, Kai Tanner, Ben Purcell, Owen Dean and Adam Liddell. And the visitors line up with Luke Kearney in goal and Curtis Angle, George Smith, Matthew Berry Hargreaves, Bradley Hooper, Harry Williams, Tyrone Duffus, the captain Lou McRory, James Ollis, Joseph Shepherd and Luke Joffley. Thoughts, Harry?
I'm excited, I'm nervous, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I've got so much going on. I need a spoon from you, apparently. Right, lovely. Hobbs? Giving someone a spoon. I'm trying to find £100 cash for someone else. It's non-league, and it's just getting started in the start of the season. That's where you're going to get these issues. But Hungerford have turned out in force, Ben.
They have. We're going to see some big away followings this season, I'm sure. Hungerford, big club, big fan base. Of course, it's not the first time there's been relations between these two clubs after Sanderson Croy joined Farnham from Hungerford last season. He's now left the club, but he's been replaced by several star players, Harry.
They have, and I'm very excited to see them play in a competitive game. They've obviously been excellent in pre-season. Really impressed with all of our signings, and just anxious to get started now.
We haven't got to wait long as Sarge G's the crowd up, and Farnham are turned around, so it will be Farnham kicking towards the clock end first half, which they're not accustomed to.
No, it's a tactic we saw a few times from away teams last season. It's not ideal. I love kicking towards the clock end to finish the game off, but we're actually weirdly a bit better in front of goal down the other end. So let's see. Hopefully it won't come to that.
And there we see that brand new duo up front of Sam Evans, who, as I mentioned, we caught glimpses of at Step 4 last season, but his arrival was always with a view to Step 3, where he lines up against alongside Obi, who's been scoring the goals in pre-season. And the strength in depth we see with Farnham now. Owen Dean on the bench after such a great season last term. Adam Liddell also looked sharp in pre-season. The competition for places is going to be really intense in all areas of the pitch. As the season gets underway here, historic day for Farnham after back-to-back promotions. This is the level that you earmarked, Harry, as wanting to get to, and you've got there quickly.
Absolutely, yeah. It's taken just over 2 years to get here. We had a slow first season, but since then it's been everything but going skywards up the leagues, and hopefully we can put in a good showing, not just today, but across the 9 months of this season. No real expectations. We don't really know how good we are. I think that's probably one of the main things that we're about to learn today and over the coming weeks. Like, how good is this Farnham Town team?
Yeah, there was a similar story last season, not really knowing how it was going to go, and that 5-1 thumping win at Badshot Lee on opening day suddenly made you realise it was going to be a similar sort of campaign to the previous one, but I think it is safe to say it won't be like that this season. Farnham are, of course, well in the mix for promotion.
Yeah, they are. I mean, the bookies' favourites. I'm not sure quite why, but we are the bookies' favourite. 5-2 you can get Farnham Town at, and you could have grabbed us at 10-1 only about 3 weeks ago. But Farnham Town started well here with the ball.
Stepney maintaining his place in that centre-back pairing with Ryan Kinane. It was a very reliable pairing, especially in the second half of last season.
And this is where Farnham are going to have to be better, winning the ball back, turning the ball over. That's a nice
cross, and Dean just has to touch that out for a corner. Had no other choice. It was a good delivery.
It was dangerous.
And the Hungerford fans don't take long to find their voice. And I did see Farnham struggle from set pieces from time to time last season defensively.
Yeah, and they are a big team, this Hungerford team. There's a little bit of a mother's meeting on the edge of the box about what they're going to do here. It'll be interesting to see if this is an in or out swinger. It looks like it will be an in swinger based on where the Hungerford players are heading. They're heading towards Zaki Waller's goal.
Hungerford looking for a quick start, looking to put Farnham in their place.
Yes, silence those Farnham fans behind the clock end. Goal, that's a nice ball in.
And Waller elects to punch, it's headed back in and then away by Kinane.
No one gets there for Farnham Town.
And Jackson uses his body quite cleverly there and gets it half clear. Goes out for a throw in the end.
It's just going to be interesting to see how Farnham just relax themselves into this level of football. It's totally different when there is points on the line. But that's a lovely ball across the pitch by Bobby Joe Taylor.
Here's Sanders. He's expected to transition seamlessly up to this level with Farnham.
He is, but you know, I think first and foremost, Daz needs to focus on his fitness. You know, he's not had a huge amount of game time in general over the last 2 years, but when he is on the pitch, he's so lively for this Farnham Town team. I have to say the pitch is looking excellent.
And it was always the pitch, wasn't it, to the other meaning of the word pitch, to players like Daryl Sanders. This is the level we're going to get to. And he took that drop down to step 5, and this is his reward.
Yeah, same for Ryan Kinane and Joe Jackson, who are both on the ball.
Bobby Joe Taylor loves those first time balls forward. Too much on that for Evans, who is quick, but not that quick.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those in pre-season. I mean, first time round the corner, he can do it with both feet. Bobby Joe Taylor.
Yeah, versatile player, Bobby Joe Taylor. Played at fullback. He's in a number 10 position today.
Yeah, and it's an awkward formation that Farnham do play that is difficult to pick up if you're a new team playing against it for the first time. Luke Kearney clears it for...
Drops for Stepney, who takes no chances. Obi went up for it. Stepney again.
It's nice from Mason.
That was clever from Mason. And then Mackenzie will look into the channel. Thankfully I didn't hit the camera because today's not the day for that.
No, we're having a few camera issues. I think my good friend Foxy to my left has done his best to steady the ship. But yeah, having a few camera issues to my left-hand side.
Here is Ryan Kinane. And now Jackson. Evans coming deep. Jackson just squeezes that through for Sanders. And then Dean looking for Obi, who holds it up. Dean's with him, Sanders is with him. Only Evans in the box. Way as far as Mackenzie. Looks to keep the attack alive. And they tried to play out to Harry Williams, who was a bit isolated there up front for Hungerford.
Yeah, Williams played for a bit at Salisbury alongside Tom Leggett, who starts on the bench for Farnham Town. Good eye for goal, classic number 9, as is this man, Ogo Obi. I took him to the side in the warm-up and said, "Are you Ogo? Are you Ogo?" Confirmed to me he's Ogo.
Good to know. Here's Evans. And now Mackenzie. Looking to drive forward and pick out Sanders. He was looking for Bobby Joe Taylor. And even though Farnham lose the ball, they do their best to win it back quickly. They've settled rather nicely here, Farnham.
Yeah, they have.
Plenty of individuals here who have played at this level and higher. Big test for Paul Johnson this season, of course. At step 3. And there's
Nice touch from Evans.
On for Evans, and that's brilliant from him. And he's just looking to play it ahead of Sanders to keep the momentum of the attack, and it was too far ahead of him.
But he's going to cause a nuisance in step 3. Sam Evans, he did so for Hamwell. Took the step up to Slough Town, didn't quite get the opportunities he thought he would. Step 2, back here at step 3 now.
Taylor. Kenzie lets it run for Canaan, and Farnham are dominating possession in the early going. Hungerford happy to sit in and
That's nice.
soak up some of this pressure, which comes through Obi now, who goes down, and optimistic cries behind the goal. In the end, it's Hungerford who get the decision.
Yeah, it's like just backing into him, isn't he? Just loses his footing. Don't normally see those sort of ones given, especially this early on in the season.
Fascinating to see how all the other teams fare this afternoon. It's a full slate, of course. No goals yet. But it's that balance, isn't it, Harry, between not taking too much stock from the first game and also taking plenty of learnings in terms of whether teams do belong at this level.
Yeah, I think it's quite an interesting slate of football in general, to be honest. You know, I think there's some interesting matchups. I'm really interested in Berkhamsted versus Bracknell. Bracknell a whole new side, Berkhamsted a whole new team to this division. So it will be fascinating to see that result, and there's plenty of good games across the league. Chertsey away at Tiverton, I think. That's nice from Sam Evans.
Obi needs some support. Taylor's offering it, as is Mason now, to the outside. Taylor cuts inside. And again, and he keeps going, and he goes down. And he's got a free kick on the edge of the area, and Farnham are in disbelief as Taylor shows the referee the spot where he felt he was brought down.
That is a shocking call. It looked like he was miles in the box, wasn't he?
Definitely fell in the box.
Yeah, look, he fell a long way forward, don't get me wrong, but he looked like he tried to jinx inside the first man, and he's gone 1-2 with the second.
Yeah, Ryan Canane saying it's...
Well, we're about to watch it, Ben Smith. We're about to watch it in the replay. He did so well, Bobby Joe Taylor. Jinx inside the first man, about 25 yards out. Inside the second, oh, it's inside the box. It's inside the box by about a yard.
Yeah, well, Canane was just saying it is the easy decision to give the free kick. But that's not to say it's not a great opportunity, because Daryl Sanders scored from a more difficult position than this in pre-season. So the issue might be getting it up and down, but if anyone can do it, it is the Wizard.
Yes, awkwardly close, isn't it?
And yeah, it was awkward to get it up and down for Sanders. Well, Farnham will feel a bit hard done by there after some lovely footwork from Bobby Joe Taylor. Just an example of what he can provide as a number 10. And that's one that the referee will have to think about for the rest of the half. Hungerford survive. But again, it's more positivity from Farnham as an attacking outlet. Certainly wins the header. Here's Jackson, just looking to get out of his feet. A bit fortunate that it found its way to Evans, whose touch evaded him. Farnham throw.
Good attendance in here. Definitely 600-700 for sure. Good to see the away fans in, as well as the home fans. It's going to be a very different atmosphere all season. Proper away support.
Bobby Joe Taylor has come into a centre-back position to pick up the ball. Farnham happy to keep it and work Hungerford. from side to side.
So difficult when they're on form to pick up the 210s, Daryl Sanders and Bobby Joe Taylor.
Yeah, both happy to come deep. As is Joe Jackson. Bobby Joe Taylor, he's looking for Obi.
That'll hold up.
Wind does hold it up. And he gets the cross in first time. Did go behind though. Goals starting to go in. Taunton take the lead at Havant and Waterlooville.
That's a cracking game. Two teams that will be right up the top of the table this year. Taunton invested in Merthyr Town's gunman, number 9.
Gloucester also in front against Gosport, and Basingstoke are ahead against Wimborne. So,
God, it's a proper league, isn't it? It's a proper league.
Mason just muscled off it. And here's McCrory. Most of Hungerford's joy, albeit limited, has come through McCrory down the right-hand side.
Looks like it will be a long throw with how everything's being moved around. Up come the centre-backs. I know the management team worked a lot on this on Thursday's training when it comes to fruition for Farnham Town.
He's launched in, and away it goes for Obi.
Really nice.
And now Sanders, who's got his head up straight away and looking for Bobby Joe Taylor, and that might be awkward, but it's well dealt with. And well dealt with the second time around as well. Shepherd got up, as did Stepney. And Mackenzie just cushions it nicely
Really
for
good
Sanders, whose touch was lovely. He's an all-action midfielder, Mackenzie. Straight into the starting 11 for his full debut here.
Sanders has started bright, as has Bobby Joe Taylor in those 2-10 roles, protected by Mackenzie and Jackson.
Here is Williams.
Stepney does well and gets fouled.
He rushed up. Here's Stepney. And Ryan Canane. Hungerford trying to stop those passes into the centre of the pitch. Trying to stop Jackson and Mackenzie from being able to dictate this game. So instead they go direct to Evans. He just took too long on the ball there,
Far
Evans.
too long on it.
Sanders was screaming for it. And here comes Hooper. And his ball was far too light. They go more direct this time. It's Mason who's got to watch it. And they get the corner. Ollis there hustling and winning the set piece from Mason.
Yeah, they've been direct so far, Hungerford. Got their rewards in the shape of set pieces. Happy to bleed the clock down as well when taking them. Big side, Hungerford. And the mothers' meeting is going to happen every single game, I think. Every single set piece. A little conversation about what they're going to do. But it's a corner, not a throw. Outswinger this time.
Farnham leave Obi forward. Everyone else is defending this. And Kinane, as he so often does, wins the first header and then hacks it away. Here's Angel. Floats it in and makes it all the way through to McGorry. And fortunate really that didn't really pick his head up because Shepherd was in a promising position there just on the edge of the box.
Yeah, you had 2 men to mark, didn't he, really, Brown and Mason? And they're going to throw another long throw in. After sort of 10 minutes of Farnham dominance, Hungerford are starting to grow into the game and playing exactly as we expected them to play.
It's another good long throw, and again it's Kinane proving his worth. And swept away by Mackenzie. And that header from Berry Hargreaves is straight to Sanders, and Obi
Great touch.
back. Sanders. That's the space he loves to operate in. Jackson across to Mason. He'll have a go. Support coming in the shape of Taylor. Mason trying to work space for a cross, and Indy tries to deliver right-footed, and it was cut off. And Hungerford do manage to get out again. Claims of handball against Williams, ignored. And he manages to dance his way through 3 Farnham bodies.
Does really well and puts it into a dangerous area too.
I'm not sure that one was a handball.
Jackson. Could start many games in centre midfield last season.
Oh yeah, handful of games. Shows how much of a utility player he is, that he's back in his #1 position at a higher level.
That was nice from Stepney into Bobby Joe Taylor. And he's already shown what sort of impact he can have from those positions. This time he gets a shot away, having almost won a penalty from one of those runs before. Stepney commits the foul. And Ollis still in pain. Some real anger from the Hungerford bench. He's having a word at least with Jordan Stepney.
I think that's what he deserves, no more than that.
Yep, Hungerford are going to be in the referee's ear. They're here to do a job. And Stepney does escape with just a talking to.
Well, that's certainly his last warning.
It's already a real competitive edge to this game, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It definitely is a league game. Huge difference to what we've seen over the last 4 to 5 weeks.
Just looking to frustrate Farnham. The long ball comes forward. Waller is watching it. Had to be very careful.
As well. He gets Farnham going again.
Stepney. Here's Jack Dean. They won't be rushed, Farnham. They will press Stepney there, with Ollis leading it, and now Kinane looks for that diagonal. It's cushioned nicely to Mason.
Look how deep Hungerford are. So deep. They are going to leave those pockets for the 10s if Farnham can find the right passes.
Here's Stepney.
Straight to Sam Evans.
And still battling away, and he just prodded it into the 6-yard box. That was about as good as he could have done.
Big old kick.
Header. And then almost won there by Williams.
Huge amount of space in this midfield area. Look how deep Hungerford are, even when Farnham have the ball.
Jackson now occupying that space.
Centre backs.
Here's Mason. And then on by Taylor.
Looking for Evans.
Will definitely be interested in that, and he gives away the free kick. Just a bit too physical there. Brightwood and Hersham were behind against Plymouth Parkway, but now lead 2-1.
Who against?
Plymouth Parkway. Gloucester 2 to the good. Main's header drops for Angel. They want handball now. And now Sanders. A bit short for Obi. A few passes have been under hit from both teams. Stepney.
Your team like totally asserted themselves on the game. No real chances to speak of yet. 20 minutes in. It's clearly a physical game. Hollis get the ball up the pitch.
Hollis is really trying to pressurise Stepney every time he gets the ball. It's clearly an instruction. There's Obi backing into his man, and then Dean arriving on the scene and getting a high ball in, which is watched by Kearney. Evans went over, but it was more hopeful cries of a foul than expectful ones. Hungerford will take their time as they prepare for another throw in Farnham territory, but surely too deep for a long one.
Don't rule them out.
Jump to Oaks, 1 to 4. Get Oaks to do it. Get Oaks to do it.
Some interesting scores in the league above, with Dagenham and Redbridge losing at home to Ebbsfleet. Dorking 2-0 down. So, straight out play this time.
Dorking losing, you say?
2-0.
Wow. Who are they playing on opening day?
Chippenham.
Wow. Couldn't tell you if Chippenham were any good or not.
No,
Bottom
not.
side.
Dagenham losing 1-0 at home to Ebbsfleet.
They're a decent side, though, aren't they, Ebbsfleet?
They're
Did
right.
it right last year.
Torquay 2, Enfield 0.
I wonder there was a smile on your face when you said that.
Here's Stepney. It's a straight ball forward from him. Of course, you normally see him go diagonal, but Farnham don't really, or haven't really, tried to attack him that way so far. Jack Dean, a good aerial target.
Yeah, Farnham need to transition faster. Try and change the dynamic of this game, because at the moment it's deep defence to deep defence.
Keep talking!
Mackenzie. Joe Taylor all the way on that right touchline.
That will be what draws out the spaces.
Stepney. Another ball forward, aiming for Evans, who's not really had too much service up to now. Credit to the defensive efforts of Hungerford.
Yeah, it's been a tight ship back there. Well organised.
Jackson. Stepney. A lot of Farnham possession in this area of the pitch. Centre back seeing plenty of the ball. Here's Canane.
Farnham need to find a forward pass.
Having to be patient at the moment. Evans has robbed, and he'll track back, but good progress being made by Hungerford here. No one else attacking the penalty area.
It's a great kick.
Up in the air by Barry Hargreaves. Mackenzie and Stepney go for the same ball.
Yeah, Farnham a bit rattled here, unable to figure out what they need to do against this very well organised Hungerford side, very physical Hungerford side.
It's not as simple as just rolling over these teams at home. It's a real tough opening day test. It's
Needs to get to that as quick.
Williams looking to get there. In the end, it's whacked away. Here's Hooper. Confidence will start to grow from the visitors the longer they are able to frustrate Farnham. Oh, and he just tried to knock that past Mason. Better option might have been coming back from McCrory.
JJ! Bob, you need that, don't you do that, Bob? Hey! Off check. Check. Soft. Be aware, good boy. Better, be aware.
Away by Stepney. One for Evans to challenge for. They're handling him well back there, and Canane had to be mindful of Williams, who's really making a nuisance of himself. Taylor again coming deep. Sanders likewise.
Encourages Stepney to step in. Has he got a water bottle in his hand, number 19? Is it water bottle?
Yeah, could be a shin pad, I don't know. It's a bit big for a shin pad.
Boot, it's his boot. It's his right boot.
Well,
As Jack Dean gets the ball.
Break and play, and he brings Dean down to secure that break and play. And that might be one that you normally want the yellow card for, but not going to come. I think, as the Hungerford bench alluded to, with Stepney not getting booked, you can't really give one for that.
Yeah, it's a classic yellow card foul, isn't it? But based on what we saw just below us, not sure you could give it.
So, Joe Taylor with a chance to show what he can do from a set piece as Farnham's big hitters stride forward.
Awkward position, really, isn't it?
Yep.
Especially for a left footer. Feels more naturally a right footer's free kick. Goes
They've got
short.
up their sleeve. Sanders has got space to shoot here.
This is where they've got to be careful, though, Farnham. That's a poor touch. That's a good tackle.
Just a clash of legs there. And Hungerford keep the ball, so Ollis will continue, and eventually he's fouled, and Hungerford fans happy with what they're seeing.
Yeah, they've stuck to their task, haven't they, really? Not done anything fancy, Hungerford. Big, strong, physical. Rattling Farnham.
Half an hour in. And here's Ollis, the flag goes up. That's really disappointing from a Hungerford perspective. 238 people watching on the stream.
Yeah, I'd like to thank the sponsors, SCL, front of shirt as well. Thank you very much for sponsoring this season. Soccer camp, soccer school, and soccer education, all the way across the UK. As well as VCL Vintners, invest in whiskey. Pretty safe bet over the course of a 10-year period. Obviously invest at your own risk, Ben Smith, but whiskey has been flying over the course of the last 10 years or so, and definitely an interesting alternative investment to the stock market. That's a nice pass.
And he's done well to get it out of his feet. And now Sanders. Jack Dean, we've not seen him go at his opposite number quite so much in this first half. He's had defensive duties to worry about.
That was the first pass we've seen that's actually cut the midfield out. It was Joe Jackson to his central midfield partner, Matt Mackenzie. Mackenzie did really well to get it under control. But that was the first time we've actually seen Farnham cut them open. And it was nicely done.
Sanders, that's nicely done as well. And it's another
Fantastic
free
touch.
kick, and this time in a better position for a cross than the one we previously saw from Taylor.
Yeah, a much, much better position. Put it right across the face of the goal. It was a beautiful touch from Daryl Sanders, who has been starting this game really, really well. Both tens have when they've had the ball.
Took a whack to the face there, Sanders, but he's going to be okay, I'm sure. So, Taylor. With,
you kind of want him to go for goal here, don't you, with a left foot, and have players running across it.
Sanders waits on the edge. Doesn't beat the first man, unfortunately. Mackenzie.
It's a poor cross from Bobby Joe Taylor. He's capable of much, much more.
And he might show that now as he drives into the box. Taylor and Jack Dean through various bodies, but then right down the throat of Luke Kearney.
Just got a bit more on it, Jack Dean, but it was again brilliant dribbling for Bobby Joe Taylor. It's exciting when he gets to the edge of the box.
And Kane's missed that, and Ollis will look to profit. Can't quite keep it in.
I think that the centre-backs are both surprised of how good Luke Kearney's kicking is. He's carrying a long way. Maybe it's a bit downwind. That might be why they changed where they were shooting. Oh, there's another great pass from Joe Jackson, and Matt Mackenzie's going to let it roll across his body.
Here's Mason. Now Taylor. He loves to cut inside. Just tried to exchange with Obi there, looking for the 1-2. But it was telegraphed. And, someone asking if we're going to be showing every home game live. That's unfortunately not possible, but today we can do it because Premier League hasn't started yet, so a bit of a bonus live stream.
Yeah, we will be back though on Wednesday night away at Gosport for Farnham Town's second game and first away game of this campaign. And every midweek game around the country, we will be there. Someone in the comments really rooting for over 2.5 goals, so fingers crossed for you. Stepney with a solid touch and looking straight for Obi. He's been quiet by his standards. Yeah, both strikers have been really.
That fell really kindly.
That's a nice ball too.
For Ollis, who's dragged Kinane out and gets the cross in. It's a couple of times now they've got a decent delivery in, but nobody in that 6-yard box attacking it. Mason.
Yeah, the Farnham management just a bit frustrated with how slow Farnham seem to be moving the ball forward. And seen when they do move it quickly, it's been dangerous.
Taylor took
Hungerford.
a chance there and paid off. He's a brave footballer. Hearing that 850 is the attendance.
It looks it as well, it's busy.
Really strong showing on the opening day here at the Memorial Ground. Here's Evans and now Dean.
That's better from Farnham Town.
Evans delivers and Obi! Oh. And he's got Mackenzie with him. He keeps it and goes for goal. Too many bodies in the way. Jackson urged to shoot. Looked like Obi was going to just set that back for Mackenzie. Here's Sanders. Floats it in. Goalkeeper made it his.
Yeah, Obi did everything right, other than lay it back for Matt Mackenzie.
What you would say about Farnham, they are quite fluid. You are seeing players pull out wide, move into central areas, as Jack Dean did just a moment ago with his effort. Sam Evans happy to run into the channels, just keeping this Hungerford defence guessing.
Sorry about that.
No, I think that's right. Oh, has it gone down? No.
No. You own to adjust the thing to make it keep it level.
That's fine. It looks okay.
Just under 10 minutes until half-time.
Well, we will be broadcasting the half-pitch punt back 5 minutes. I think we're going to get... Well, I hope you're going to get Max Meaton for the first 10 minutes of it. Injured again, Max Meaton's always happy to come up here and talk to us in the gantry. Yeah, we've not seen enough from Farnham's fullbacks really. Everything's been tried to be forced down the middle, which sometimes has worked. But Farnham need to make the most of their fullbacks. But that's nice from Joe Jackson again, and Matt McKenzie, and that's Jack Dean. Just as I was speaking about fullbacks.
Yes, Dean's starting to grow into this game. Probably Joe Taylor will go first time. Hungerford happy to just lump it away, and Stepney allowed it to bounce. Does enough in the end. Jackson.
Stepney's taking a whack to his throat, I think.
Sanders. Obi. Sanders looking for Mason. That's cut out. Sanders. And now McKenzie. Jackson. He will drive forward. He's got Sanders to his right.
Negative play from Sanders. Don't normally see that.
Yeah, he had space behind him to turn into. Perhaps didn't realise.
George!
Farnham reset with Jackson.
Keep moving the ball! A little bit closer, H, a little bit closer! Work together!
Now Taylor. Positive spin from him. Whacked it at Sanders, but Farnham still have possession.
That's going to work well for Farnham.
Jackson. Dean. Tried to turn. Ryan Klein deals with that well.
Come through to Obi.
Kindly for Obi, and now Sanders. Into Obi. And Mason just cuts across the ball too much.
Better from Farnham. Starting to use the width of the pitch. Midfielders starting to drive through the middle too. More positive.
Don't get bored, keep doing it! Well done!
Just a few half chances for Farnham in this first half, nothing more than that really. Mason the latest to go somewhat close. Well, it takes a few touches.
But commits a player, and that's how Farnham are going to beat the press.
Forward by Kinane. And up by Angel. And
Into a good area from Sanders, but no one was there. And that's a nice ball.
yeah, Stepney and Klein both chasing back. But Williams, well,
Really nicely done by Zaki Waller.
did get there and he's gone down. Paul Johnson not too happy with how that situation was defended. Don't ideally want to see Kinane and Stepney chasing back like that. Kinane looks frustrated.
Yeah, I think the most frustrating thing is probably that Luke Kearney hasn't really had to make a save. Neither has Zaki Waller.
Go together, you two! Narrow! Narrow!
Jackson. Again, the pressure on McKenzie. being applied by Shepherd. Now Jackson, and they want it to come across to Mason. That's ignored by Jackson, who gives it away.
And that's a simple pass that's gone past a few of them.
Jackson wins it back.
Yeah, he does really well, Joe Jackson.
Now Mason does get it. Gets the 1-2 from Taylor. Nicely worked to Mackenzie.
Better.
Jack Dean now. Some sloppy passing. Several players guilty of it. Jackson again. Now Sanders. That's who they want to get on the ball. And they've done so again! And he threaded it through. Didn't get enough on the finish.
It was much better from Farnham Town. Quickly moved the ball. Decisive passing. And got Sanders into a danger zone, but again it was from wide areas.
Mackenzie gets the first header. Stepney misses the second though.
Now,
Here's
now
Shepherd.
Hungerford are away.
Canane having to do his defensive duties, and Mackenzie again in the right place at the right time. That was a bit too easy.
Yeah.
Definitely sensed some frustration out there.
This will be an in-swinger.
And McGrory goes across. We'll see what they've got up their sleeve, and one of the last opportunities of this first half. Leaving 3 players back. Not flooding the box by any means, but set-piece delivery has been good so far. And that's a decent one as well. And it's taken a couple of ricochets and fallen for Waller, who gets Evans on his way. Mason providing the overlap. And here's Mason. Looking for an early cross. Obi. Evans. Sanders wants it. And it's Taylor. Sanders in support again. And it's Jack Dean. And Farnham Town get the corner.
A lot of work's been done on that right-hand side now. And that was a good move from Farnham Town. It was a lovely touch from Brown and Mason as he got it out of his feet. Probably Joe Taylor needs to put in a decent ball here to finish the half. I will be going onto the pitch at half-time to do the half-time half-pitch punt.
Right. What does that involve?
So they get an opportunity, someone out of the crowd gets an opportunity to hit the crossbar from 18 yards, then 30 yards, and then 3 chances from the halfway line to potentially buy a pint for everyone in the ground. All you have to do is hit the crossbar once.
I'll be cheering for him. In from Taylor. The set piece doesn't come off for him.
It's another poor one, doesn't make the first man, it's so frustrating.
Mason, can he produce a better delivery? It's floated, and they
He's missed it.
are often easy for goalkeepers, I was about to say.
Stepney did well to rise in front of him. Almost should do better if he wins the ball.
Well, that's likely the final action of this first half.
There might be a bit of stoppage, but I don't think much. Probably the last real chance.
Weymouth 2-0 down at home to Evesham.
Wow. Evesham, some of the new boys. I think one of 6 new teams in this league. It's a league that I think it was the most changed league in the country, especially at this level. That's a nice header.
Flipped on really well, and Waller comes out to smother.
Yeah, Canane and Waller did well. Definitely been beaten to a few headers, both centre-backs. Something they're used to.
Yeah, Ollis has worked hard up front for Hungerford. Here's Mason. Mackenzie.
That's a poor
Just
touch.
hesitated there, Mackenzie. And here's Ollis. Mason tracking back. Helped out by Jackson. And they're just first for everything at the moment. Shepherd has a go.
Yeah, midfielders just need to move the ball faster.
Looked like it just fell over, to be honest, but
Yeah.
Stepney. And that's half-time. Harry Hugo will head down for his half-time activities. Farnham Town have plenty to think about. Still goalless at the break.
There are 2 outlets for beer on tap.
Some half chances for both sides, Farnham in particular. We are about to be joined by Max Meat.
So please do indulge. We'll see you for the second half.
Lovely, thank you.
Hello, mate.
How are you, mate? You alright?
Yeah, good yourself.
Yeah, good, sir.
So yeah, we'll just wait for Fox. Are you going to be able to turn the camera around for us, or is that too much? Right. Well, Max, thanks for joining us. We'll see if we get the camera towards us. But yeah, firstly, what's the outlook for yourself? Missed a lot of time recently, obviously, and yeah, I know it's been a bit of a frustration with these injuries.
Yeah, no, frustrating personally, but obviously, look at what the team have done over the last 24 months. You know, it's not just one person, there's a lot of effort that goes into that across the squad. So yeah, disappointed personally to not be out there today or have been that involved in the last sort of, 6 weeks, sort of 6 months really. But yeah, no, the boys have put in a very solid sort of first half performance, sort of real test, real first taste of step 3 football. So yeah.
It's been difficult, hasn't it? There's not been many chances. It's been a really competitive game.
Yeah.
You can tell Hungerford are here to do a job and try and frustrate Farnham. Just requires patience really in these situations, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it does, and I think they're playing quite an unorthodox shape as well. So they've got a 5 at the back, 2 sort of holding midfielders, but they sit so deep, and then the front 3 almost go and press on their own. So you sort of, if you do get through that first press, which is very good as well, you've then got a really deep sort of 7 players to then go and beat. So it's a very unorthodox system. I think first 20 minutes was definitely getting frustrated by it, but obviously there's been moments where the front 3 we have managed to play through in sort of that last 15 minutes, and the game has really opened up. So definitely started creating a few more chances. Obviously Dazza had Dazza quite unfortunate about 5 minutes before the half. But yeah, no, it's been a good half, very cagey. They're a very physical side, sort of very fit side. Obviously, you can see the intensity they press with. So yeah, I think it took us probably 5-10 minutes to get used to the pace of the game. But yeah, I think we've definitely been in control. Obviously, they have had a couple of half chances, but I think we policed them pretty well as a whole.
What do you think the message is going to be from Paul Johnson now? Because he definitely seemed frustrated at times. Perhaps defensively, Farnham being cut through a little bit too easily with a direct ball forward.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. Obviously, like I said, where they are sitting so deep, obviously we are quite high up the pitch. So one long ball with a bit of pace in behind can cause problems. I don't think the team talk's going to be anything sort of brutal. Obviously, last 15 minutes it looks a lot more positive going forward. We've started sort of getting the ball through that press, and obviously Matt McKenzie's picked the ball up sort of on the edge of the D a couple of times and been able to turn and get the ball into Dazza and Bobby. So I'd say it would be more same as that. Obviously, I think from the centre forwards, you can sort of hear him asking Sam and Oggs to sort of pin the centre halves a bit more and then get a ball into Bobby and Daz with that 5-10 yards of space. So I think he'll be asking for a bit more of that. Defensively, yeah, I think it's just make sure obviously we're shored up and we're not leaving ourselves exposed, because we have had a lot of the ball and you can be susceptible to switch off slightly. Obviously at this level you can't. So yeah, just making sure we stay switched on and sort of more of the last 10-15 minutes really.
You touched on Ogo and Sam Evans, who looked really good in pre-season and are looking at the moment like really good signings. Obviously Sam was last year, but this is like his first full season. Maybe not seen as much of the ball as we'd have liked in the first half. You have to give credit to Hungerford for that, but what can they do to get more involved in the second half?
Yeah, no, I think like you said, I think credit to Hungerford. Like I said, the first 10-15 minutes it's always going to be cagey, our first sort of year at this level, so we've got to try and understand obviously what that press is going to look like, what the physicality looks like. But yeah, I think it's I think the message has got to be is don't get impatient. I think it's the easiest thing in the world to almost get bored. So they're not seeing loads of the ball and then sort of drop out of position, and ultimately it's going to make it easier for those Hungerford players. Whereas if they do stay high, keep running them in the channels, I know it might be a little bit boring. They might not see much of the ball, but ultimately if that opens up 5-10 yards of space for Bobby and Dazza, then they've done their job. So yeah, I think, like I said, it has been frustrating. You've seen patches where they've been able to obviously get the ball into feet, turn out and move the ball. So obviously, yeah, trying to get that as much as possible. But yeah, just not getting bored of it. It's very easily said. But yeah, just not getting bored of doing the simple things. And in this instance, it is keeping them pinned as much as possible to try and get the space for the sort of the oncoming fullbacks. And yeah, Bobby and Dazza.
It's been a busy summer. You mentioned Bobby there as well. It feels like there's been a sufficient amount of additions without disrupting the sort of continuity that's gone through from step 5 to now. And as a squad, do you feel that? Do you still feel that core that you had a couple of years ago is still there, which is important, but there's enough quality coming in?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think obviously when the squad was assembled as such at step 5, it was built with step 4, step 3 in mind. Obviously we got players in who had played this level before and obviously step 4 before. So I think it was never going to be sort of a lack of quality from who we already had, but when you have the opportunity to sort of get a Tom Leggett in, like Brandon or a Bobby, you can't really pass up on those opportunities. And also from that sort of like changing room element, they've slipped in so seamlessly, sort of all really top blokes. So yeah, and obviously they picked up what the way we play, which is quite unorthodox as well, very quickly. But yeah, I think we've definitely assembled a very strong squad. So yeah, and like I say, in the change room as well, it's very, very positive.
Yeah, Paul Johnson's always been someone that prioritises that, isn't he? The camaraderie side of things and making sure that the bonding is always there.
Yeah.
That was in step 5. That was basically one of the key elements, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I think that's obviously you see a lot of clubs, and you sort of have historically I've seen sort of step 5, step 4, teams just throw monies at sort of names and players, and they don't really think about what goes on behind the scenes. You just think, well, they're going to click. They're all very good players. It does to a degree, but I think if you've got that off the field sort of rapport and sort of relationships, it gives you those extra 5-10% in those difficult games. And also it makes you want to run for the other players alongside you. Obviously, if you've got those relationships and you can see everyone pulling towards the same end goal, you're going to work that 5-10% harder. So yeah, I think the way they've done it, obviously they brought in quality, but the right sort of quality. We haven't really gone and just got sort of like the biggest name, which can potentially come with potential egos. We've gone and got very good players, but they're all very good characters as well. And it just helps us build on what we're achieving on the pitch.
In step 5, Farnham were almost certain to get promoted. Last year they were big favourites to get promoted. This year, I mean, when the odds first went up, they weren't the favourites, but money has come for them. They are now the favourites. Does the squad feel that pressure at all, or feel that burden of expectation?
I don't. Well, as players, you don't really sort of look into or think about anything like that. Like I say, I think we went into step 5, obviously, thinking right, with what we've got in here and sort of how we are as a group, we should win it. Step 4, I think we at the start of the season, we probably as a group thought we'd have a good go at it, but probably didn't see it necessarily going the way it has. Obviously, we've added and strengthened again this year, but I don't think anyone sort of sitting here going, right, we've got to win the league. We don't have that pressure. Obviously, it's the first time a few of the lads have played this level. It's the first time we've been there as a squad. So it's going to be a tough season. There's a lot of very, very good teams here. Obviously, this is the sort of level where you have players dropping down from sort of step 1, step 2. So there's a lot of good squads, a lot of tough teams we're going to face. So I don't think anyone's sitting here thinking, right, we're going to absolutely walk this. We appreciate every game's going to be sort of really difficult. Obviously, you can see they've caused us a lot of problems on the break today, and they're very hard to break down. So every game's going to be difficult at this level. So yeah, you just got to almost take it game by game and not read into anything else.
But if anything, it is a compliment, isn't it, that a team like Hungerford, who were just on the cusp of the playoffs last season, I think they finished 7th, have come here and set up in this way and looked a frustrated team that have just come up.
Yeah, no, I think obviously, like we said, like the players we've got, like Dazza, Bobby, I think most teams, even at sort of like step 2, step 1, if they saw them in the 10, you're going to be naturally worried because they are very good players. So yeah, I think they're definitely paying us respect, and I think obviously you can see from how the first half has gone, like that's justified. It has been sort of a positive display from us. But yeah, I think we have looked very, very good, and I think teams are going to have to think about that. But like I say, we've also got to be wary about what other teams can do to us on the counter.
It's a strong squad for Farnham this this year it's going to be difficult, especially in attacking areas, that competition for places. I mean, you've got Owen Dean on the bench today. How difficult is it for Paul Johnson to sort of keep everyone happy in that situation?
I think it's well, across all leagues, it's a manager's biggest nightmare. I mean, what you need and want to have that very competitive, very high quality squad. But I think, trying to keep everyone happy is the issue. Like I say, I think in the first sort of 2.5 weeks we got 5 games, so there's going to be a lot of rotation. But I think what we've got in this squad, you could sort of just take the front line, for example. You could take Ogden Sam out, put Lids and Owen on. There's not a drop in quality. It's just a different playing style. So I think it will very much be sort of horses for courses this year, depending on who we're playing. We'll probably influence what Jono's going to put on the pitch. But you're definitely not going to see a drop in quality. But like I say, everyone's going to get plenty of minutes. There's going to be plenty of opportunities for players to get a run in the team. I think it is a headache, but like I say, it's something Jono will be able to manage. And I think all of the players are wise to it as well. I think you, especially as like an Owen or Lid, you look around and there is a lot of quality around me. Like, you're not going to play every minute, but ultimately you want to be in a squad where you're getting tested and have to be at 100%, or you're not going to get your minutes, because ultimately it's just going to make them better players.
And I mean, you've kind of touched on it, but the lifestyle change is also something to factor in this year as well. A lot more travel.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to make much of a difference?
Naturally it will. Obviously, having all of that extra distance you need to travel. I mean, like, you've got Plymouth Parkway, for example. You know, it's not a short journey. But I think, to be fair, the way the fixtures have been done, we don't have too many super long distance ones on a midweek game. So I think there definitely will be a change, but hopefully we can mitigate it as much as possible. But also we've arranged, when we've agreed for obviously all of the players, for coach travel for the long distance game. So again, it's just trying to make it as easy for everyone as humanly possible. But like you said, at the end of the day, everyone's got a job. Everyone needs to obviously do their day jobs. There may be instances where people do have to miss a couple of games for availability. But again, that's why you need such a big squad and such quality in the squad, to make sure things don't drop off if people are missing.
You've been at this club a long time. Did you ever envisage that you'd come to a day like this, step 3, opening day, 150 people in the crowd?
No, definitely not. Like I said, when I first started, you get about 10 people down here, and it'd be like my nan, my dad, sisters, and like a couple of others. So it's great to see. And obviously, sort of, even I've been injured throughout pre-season, but I woke up this morning, it was genuinely like a kid at Christmas, like just so excited to come and see how the boys get on, because again, I think people don't always realise exactly how hard everyone has to work sort of off the pitch to get here, and obviously to keep your shirt, to earn your shirt. So sorry, just seeing. Sorry, I'm buzzing for all of the lads out there, but then also as a player, but also sort of as a fan. Obviously I've been here for 12 seasons, so I am a massive fan now as well. So I was absolutely buzzing, and really, really hopeful it'll be a really successful season.
Yeah, well, firstly, let's hope the second half brings some positivity. When do you think Johnson will look to turn to his bench?
Well, like I say, I think the game definitely opened up in that sort of last 10-15 minutes, so I don't think there would be anything sort of too instantly. I can imagine it'll be probably quite cagey again for the first 10 and then properly open up again. So I'd imagine, around that sort of 55-60 minute mark, we'll start having a look at what we can bring on in the front line. Obviously a few of our defenders are already starting to sort of flag a bit, and to be fair, they've been working very hard to try and nullify what we're doing, so I'm not surprised. So I can imagine sort of a few tired legs their side, and then we can sort of look to get Lids in our one, because as a defender, if you see one of them two come on when you're already feeling it a bit, it's the last thing you want. So I'd say probably like 10-15 minutes, see how it plays out. Obviously you don't want to change too much too soon, and then I can imagine around that sort of 55-60 minute mark he'll look to sort of start bringing on, if it's still 0-0, definitely sort of an Owen or a Lids to sort of try and unlock the hole.
And be honest, are you looking at the scores in the league? Are you keeping tabs on the other contenders?
No, I haven't yet. It's far too early to be doing anything than that, other than worrying about what we do. To be fair, I've never really been one to read too much into it, just focus on what we do. I'll go and have a look now you brought it up. But no, I haven't been watching. I think it's just focus on what we're doing at the moment. Try and get that first win, and then try and build some momentum, and then sort of see where we end up.
Sounds good. Well, all the best for the second half.
Perfect. Thank you,
Cheers
mate.
for talking
Enjoy.
to us.
Cheers.
Take care, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
So no joy on the crossbar challenge.
No joy, and we doubled up. So that's not going to happen every time. I'm not sure the maths works out as well when 6 people have 6 shots at it over the course of a game. But people are going to have to figure out the best way to do it. The best way is to boot it as high as you can and forward. got to give it a chance on the bounce.
Yep.
Jono did it with a one bouncer. Givo did it on the full. It was fantastic. And actually, Lover, our goalkeeping coach, did it earlier today with one bounce. So it's possible. We've seen it done 3 times in, only a short amount of attempts. But a fun game to keep the crowd engaged with it, and an opportunity for everyone to get free drinks. But yeah, what did you thought to Max, Matt? Enjoying his company?
Seems like he's happy enough. Yeah.
Good. I'm pleased to hear it.
He was very level-headed about the frustration that Hungerford caused at times, and felt that, I think, as we'd probably agree, the last 10 minutes or so of the half were you saw a bit more from Farnham as an attacking threat. The half chances started to come.
Absolutely.
Should we mention Rush?
Yeah, let's mention Rush. We've got lots of different partners this year. Thank you to every single partner that has come on board over the off-season. But we've got 3 live stream partners that we'll be talking about every single live stream, and you can talk about my good friends at Rush.
Yeah, so Rush nicotine pouches. It's a nicotine product that someone very well known within the Farnham Town team has always advocated for.
It's a massive thing in non-league.
Yes,
It's a massive thing in non-league. Just a little bit of adrenaline pump. It's obviously not got any of the tobacco, and it's seen as a very different alternative to smoking. Obviously, lots of people use it to get off smoking, but lots of footballers are using it in non-league right now.
and you can do it anywhere, so you don't have to go outside and leave a group situation. It's something you can do and not disturb anybody else.
Yeah, especially with the amount of vaping that's being reduced as well around the country and around the world. This came out of like Scandinavia, didn't it?
Yep.
It's a very different product to snus, which is tobacco-based. Am I right?
Yep.
I think it is. This is not tobacco-based, which is why, 1, we can talk about it, and 2, it is legal in the UK. Snus is not legal in the UK.
18 plus only, of course, but yeah, definitely something on the rise.
Massively.
And we hope that Farnham's performance levels are on the rise as well. Some of the top teams in the league struggling, or those that are expected to be at the top of the league. As I mentioned, that Weymouth scoreline a little bit surprising. 2-0 down at home to Evesham. Walton and Hersham are 2-2 with Plymouth Parkway. Entertaining first half there by the sounds of it. Taunton are ahead at Havant Waterlooville. And Bracknell a goal behind against Berkhamsted. Goal just on the stroke of... Yeah.
Is Flush Score bringing through scorers and stuff?
Scorers, yes. Lineups, no.
Interesting. Who scored for Berkhamsted? JJ Lacey? Matt Harding, very good. We saw him play for Flackwell Heath here last year.
Yes.
And Hungerford get us back underway, shooting towards the clock end this time.
Yeah, let's see if your theory is true about Farnham being a bit more potent.
That's a nice ball.
Attacking the opposite end. Mason. Interesting to see the intensity with which Farnham come out of the blocks with here.
Yeah, and if they try and do anything different. Obviously not going to change anything too much, but I'm wondering if we will see a few more driving runs from the midfield players, where we got a lot of the joy in the late part of that half.
Yeah, I feel like Mackenzie and Jackson both grew into the half. After Jack Dean as an attacking threat.
And Brandon Mason, we started to get the ball a bit wider. Everything in the first sort of 15 minutes was going through Taylor and Sanders in the middle of the pitch. And obviously, Stepney and Kenny have seen an extremely high amount of the ball. I need to play on the
yes.
top clock.
Evans. Jackson dropping in between the two centre-backs. Stepney, I wonder if he will look for that diagonal at any point with Jack Dean on this near side. Taylor. Ooh, that's a heavy touch. And Angel looks to squeeze it through, and it was well read by Jackson. He was immediately back to his feet and looking for Evans.
Hit pass though from Joe Jackson. That's what Farnham can't afford. When they do something good to do something bad instantly. When they're going forward, they need to do so with purpose, and when they did so last half, created some chances.
Dean. Taylor. It's cooled down the temperature.
Nice touch from Jack
Breeze
Dean.
around as Dean drives into the space in the middle of the pitch. In the end, he ran into too many bodies, but Sounders will collect. And here's Mason. Mackenzie just looked to feed it to Sanders.
Forced it a bit there, Matt Mackenzie. That's what Farnham can't afford to do.
But they are on top in terms of possession. Again, it's settled into a similar pattern to what we saw in the opening 45 minutes. Sanders trying something clever. And it might take something like that to break this Hungerford resolve.
Yeah, I mean, the best chance of the half fell to Sanders. Didn't quite get his toe on the ball how he wanted. He wanted to lift it over Luke Kearney. But it was a lovely flowing move on that right-hand side, attacking the clock end.
Jackson.
Nice.
Kinane. Wanted Evans to show for it, instead it's Mackenzie.
This is where Hungerford are so well organised.
Waller stepping out. Dean. Looking for Evans, who was given a shove by Joffley, but perfectly legal one. That's a nice touch there from Williams. Wins a free kick for his team. That's exactly what you want from a striker when you're playing like this.
Yeah, played really well there, Williams. Sam Evans should have done something very similar. Instead, lost the ball.
Tom Martin Lockyer acting as an admin in the live chat, which is very useful, answering everyone's questions. As Louis McGrory prepares to take this free kick, which, a bit like Bobby Joe Taylor earlier, it's a bit too central to cause too many issues, and especially with a ball like that. Forward it goes. First header won by Shepherd. Second ball easy enough to be picked up by Jackson. Taylor and Sanders looking to exchange passes.
Farnham forcing it in the areas that they can just relax. They've won the ball. Cleverly done from Stepney.
Just need a lift from somewhere, Farnham. Here's Berry Hargreaves. And now Duffus.
You can see how substitutes are going to be so important this season. They're going to be really important in this game too.
Good touch from Dean. And Hobie might have gambled there. Here's Evans. Sam Evans again.
That's
And
better.
he's got the pace to get away from Shepherd.
Forced it again. Something good, something bad, Farnham so far.
Mackenzie.
Oh, there again. Something good, something bad. Read the game well. Gave the ball away, and again, Hungerford come forward.
Stepney had to time that to perfection. Here's Shepherd.
Really well, Shepherd.
Here's McGrory now. Ace for Williams. For Angel now. Overhit cross. And it's lacking quality at the start of the second half. Both teams.
Both teams, yeah. Sam Evans there again. Did so well to get past the first man. Just thought, just turn the afterburners on. Go past the second. Give them something to think about. Instead of trying to force a pass.
Easy one for Smith. And a free kick won by Angel. Jack Dean surprised with that decision. It's another opportunity for Hunger to slow things down. And they've just quietened the Memorial Ground faithful.
Hey, sort this out then.
So McGrory stands over it, looking for a better delivery than he produced last time. It is a better delivery.
And now finally to get themselves quickly away.
Sanders has Taylor to his right.
That's
And
such
again,
a poor pass.
it's a poor pass. We've said it time and time again. It's a sloppiness that you don't normally see from Farnham. That's the reason they're struggling to create chances today. Everyone's been guilty of it. Oh, Evans is caught up in something here for a late challenge. And Hungerford making as much of it as they can.
He wasn't even late.
And Joffley is still down. Didn't look like there was an awful lot in it.
It's one of those classic striker fouls.
Walton and Hersham 2, Plymouth Parkway 3.
Wow. Walton and Hersham are always involved in the best scoring games in every game they play. It's mad.
Usually so clinical, Farnham, with their passing in the final third.
Well, that was a breakaway opportunity we've seen so many times over the course of the last couple of years. Sanders picking it up on the edge of the box, driving forward, and then just having his head up and looking for the passes, and that was a really, really un-Sanders-like pass.
Hungerford still protesting about that foul by Evans.
Back underway at the feet of Luke Kearney, who's not really had much to deal with, and neither is his opposite number, Zaki Waller.
Forward it goes from Kearney. Up gets Shepherd. He's been really good in the air. And here he is. Probably did Dean a favour not going down there. It's spun awkwardly for Mason. Now Mackenzie, he's going to be pressurised.
Yeah, Farnham.
He wins the free kick, and that's a bit of an escape.
Yeah, it was. Farnham were outnumbered massively on that side. Just looks so split up, Farnham Town's attack. Something needs to change, and Adam Liddell's warming up.
Chertsey lead at Tiverton.
Ooh, that would be a great result for them. Not Jordan Gallagher, is it?
Don't know yet. Just gone in. Weymouth 1, Evesham 3. Here's Darryl Sanders looking to create something.
So much space. Both defences just so deep.
Evans.
Again.
Miguel gets it into a corner. Canane. Now Stepney.
Both Owen Dean and Liddell now looking to warm up. But look, no support here for Brandon Mason.
Hooked forward by Mackenzie. And then a loose touch from Mason, but he's got the pace to recover. Space opens up now for Mason. And he's encouraged to drive. And he keeps going. That's what you want to see. Now Obi. It's better. And Taylor is onside. And it's Daryl Sanders, and he was leaning back as he struck it, but that was much better initially from Mason to pick up the tempo. It's 3-3 at Walton.
They're going to dodge out on that. Someone will win 5-4. Like in the last, Walton will win 5-4 with a last-minute goal. They score so many goals and concede so many goals.
Sounds like Kingstonian.
Yeah, not a dissimilar side.
Shepherd's flick is a good one for Williams.
He was kind of given the freedom of Farnham to make that flick on.
Mason can make the intervention. Obi.
That's good. Now needs to find a pass.
He's waited too long to release it, Obi. Taylor getting back in to try and win it back, and then Obi challenging for it and being out-muscled. Angel.
That's
His
a
ball
nice
through
pass.
the middle is a very useful one for Williams, who looked to get a shot away here. Instead, he squares it, and Canane got an important touch.
Farnham aren't even chasing the ball away. That's a nice
lovely
touch.
touch from Mason. Taylor with a great turn. And Taylor keeps going. Look to bend one into the far corner.
Another great ball in.
And onside here, Ollis. Certainly covered.
Done really well there, and the game has become stretched all of a sudden.
Mason. Farnham will be happy to see the game get stretched.
Yeah, as long as they move the ball forward with a bit more vindication. Like that.
Taylor. Can't blame him for trying the first time pass. Mackenzie's touch isn't what he was looking for.
It's just been a relatively uneventful game, hasn't it? It's been a real battle. That is the difference at this level. There's no bad teams, and they will all come here and battle for their points.
Shepherd.
That's a good ball. Shame about my bonnet.
Did he need to do that? So, Jack Dean looking for options. Obi provides one. Tries to feed it back to Dean. Can he get the cross away? It's cleared and picked up by Mackenzie. Jackson. Mackenzie.
Work together, you two. Let's get across. Get over.
We are now beyond the hour mark.
And Owen Dean and Adam Liddle are stripped and ready.
To inject some pace into this game. Here's Jackson. And Dean. Corner given to Farnham.
This corner has to beat the first man. Beat Daryl Sanders to take it. Better from Farnham though. Getting ball forward with a bit more pace.
Daryl Sanders will take it this time.
Here come the cavalry. Canane, Stepney, Jackson, Dean. Sanders over the ball. They're not 100% sure what they're going to do here. I'm not sure Farnham are.
It's floated in by Sanders. Missed everybody. And Ollis isn't going to make this easy for Mackenzie. Evans looking for the flick. Obi. And that's another ball gone.
I've never really seen Farnham kick a ball over there. 2 in 10 minutes. Causing a few more problems though in the last 10.
Walton 4, Plymouth 3.
It's like they don't play with goalies. Like you go to the XL Leisure Centre and you're just not allowed any goalkeepers. Another poor set piece though from Farnham. There have been good opportunities to get the ball in the box, cause trouble. They just haven't. Not hit a Farnham head yet. That's good from Stepney. That's good from Sanders.
Just lost his bearings momentarily there. Dean for Jackson. Evans looking to cause some chaos up there. It's Taylor.
Better from Farnham. Much better from Farnham.
Taylor wants to get on with it quickly.
Needs to be a better delivery. Has to be. Have to cause some difficulties here for Hungerford.
It's a deeper ball. It meets Jack Dean. Canane gets up. And Angel tried to buy a free kick there.
He did. He didn't get touched, did he?
Taylor.
Breezes past one. Breezes past
it's really
two.
good from Taylor. And they'll pull it back for the free kick.
Farnham really turning the screw.
Pulled back, and that's going to produce the first yellow card for Angel, who's surprised by the decision. Wonder if Farnham have got something from the training ground lined up here. It's a promising position, that's for sure.
It is. It's close though, isn't it? Not sure what you do here, really. 2-man wall.
Wonder if he might fizz this in with pace.
Everyone's back for Hungerford. They sense the danger.
Kenzie on the edge.
Oh, the Porter.
Well, they've both gone down in the wall.
Not sure how it's possible to hit both of them in the crown jewels. Maybe Joe Taylor managed it.
Not cute.
No. I'll make that 0 set pieces. Farnham have managed to find... Actually, no, the deep ball last time worked to a degree. Caused a bit more problem.
Yes. Floated relatively deep again by Sanders. Stepney keeps it alive. And Obi commits the foul. And Paul Johnson's seen enough.
Yeah, needs to change something. It'll be interesting to see if it's just a straight swap for the two strikers.
Obi trotting over. Evans looks across anxiously. And it will be Evans.
Double substitution for Farnham Town. Going off first is number 11, Obi, being replaced by number 7, Owen Green.
Thoughts on the straight swaps?
Thinking something needed to change. You're going to get a very different front two here in Adam Little and Owen Dean. You're going to get high press. You're going to get speed in behind.
Yeah, it's vintage Farnham attacking trio there with Sanders, Little and Dean.
Yep. Just want to see Farnham overhit some passes rather than underhit them.
Yeah, it's been the story of the afternoon. They're going to be tenacious, Little and Dean, that's for sure.
You're also going to get a much better aerial target, you know, in Dean for those long balls, flick-ons.
This one's towards Little. And away by Barry Hargreaves. Drops now for Sanders. Just like to weave his way through Shepherd and Barry Hargreaves. Hungerford are 3/4 of the way towards what would be a good point for them.
Really good point. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world for Farnham either. Just get yourself on the scoreboard. Don't want to go home here 0-0. Can't remember the last time we saw a 0-0 here at the Memorial Ground. And that is
Mackenzie fouled.
Does well, uses his body well, Mackenzie.
Brian Canane. Jackson. Little,
No one with him.
Taylor. Dean. And he'll keep going and find his brother Jack Dean.
That's a better pass, a braver pass.
Jackson.
That's a much braver pass. Farnham starting to tick.
Sanders looking for Little. He was just asking a bit too much of him there. Got some one-touch passing there. Got Harry Hugo excited.
Yeah, just a bit better, just a bit braver. As Hungerford look to make their own substitutions.
Yeah, Zach Weaker coming on.
Number 7 coming on.
Zach Cotweaker.
Certainly not rushing over, is he?
No. Putting a good shift, James Ollis.
Did. Something new now for Farnham's defenders to worry about.
Mason. Oh, Sanders just looking to move it on for Little. Mackenzie going in hard. Dean. And now Sanders. And now Adam Little.
Didn't strike it as he wanted to.
Dean for Taylor. Still Bobby Joe Taylor. And Bobby Joe Taylor has found a way through. And Farnham Town lead in style.
What a goal! What a signing, and straight over to the Hungerford fans. Farnham Town 1, Hungerford 0, and it felt like it was going to come from that man. What a strike. Worked his space, took his time, and thundered one past Luke Kearney.
He's a threat from both feet, Bobby Joe Taylor. And he's a threat wherever he is on the pitch. And that is why Farnham took the plunge. They took a chance on him. And you can see the quality straight away.
Big moments, big players. Farnham Town get their first goal at step 3. And it's the man who's plied his trade at step 1 most of his life. And he's got a spring in his step now.
Well, the subs have worked. Just that energy from Dean and Liddell.
There's already a different feeling.
Well, there's a different mood about the place now. How will Hungerford respond? They've tried to pick out Williams there. Canane did his job.
That's good.
Now Liddell. Dean. Jack Dean keeps going. He's being pulled back by
Really good.
Angel initially.
Both Dean and Mason have done that really well at times.
And that's what Jack Dean can do.
It's just a totally different feeling here for Farnham with 20 to go. Different task.
That was overhit. Bit too much adrenaline.
God, it was some goal, wasn't it? It really was some goal. Felt inevitable he was going to get a shot off. It's just whether or not he could keep it down. It was beautifully guided into the far corner. And
Shepherd has needlessly shoved Jack Dean over. Sort of thing that, sort of frustration that might start to come through.
No, gents, don't take the mic, please. Thank you. Yeah, I love that, man. Next time it's a yellow card. Thank you. You do what you want,
Up by Dean, looking for Owen Dean, who's always happy to contest those aerial duels.
Owen Dean's got himself involved nice and quickly.
Liddell. Liddell goes down.
Nice pass.
Here's Owen Dean. Liddell wants some revenge. Wouldn't be a
Hungerford
Liddell
now.
appearance without a foul like that.
No, but Hungerford far quicker now to get the ball forward. Look quickly towards Stepney, who can't get it under control.
They
Canane
bailed
comes
out
across.
his centre-back partner there. Mackenzie. Tempo remains high. Owen Dean looking to protect the ball, unable to keep it with Farnham. And again, they get on with it. Hungerford. Jackson wins it back.
Much better from Farnham, crowding them out.
Taylor. And here's Angel. Canane taking their chances. Wanted it more there, did Joffley. Nice kick. Get to the halfway line. Taylor.
Oh, that's a poor
Giving
pass.
away.
Farnham Town need to settle themselves down.
Hooper goes down under Mason's challenge, not much in it. Referee allows play to go on. Mackenzie again protecting the ball over in that
That isn't
corner.
going to go out though.
And he's done well,
Done
Mackenzie.
really, really well. On his birthday, Matt Mackenzie. 3 points will be the best gift of them all.
Well, Welton and Hersham are 5-3 up.
Told you it'd be 5-3 to someone. Rogowski scored 8 or something. What a footballer he is. Liddell will chase that all day long.
Kenny goes direct, as he has done all afternoon. Up by Stepney, and then away by Stepney. Here's Hooper. Loose pass from him. Daryl Sanders is brought down.
Really good. Really good.
Farnham elect not to slow it down. They want to get that second and kill this off. Taylor. And they won't let him cut inside and shoot this time. Mason. Goes around the outside. It's well to keep hold of it there, Mason. Now Dean.
It's good. Much better from Farnham. They can afford to be patient now.
Jackson. Again, it's a bit of an escape in the shape of a foul. And we're going to see more changes. McDonough and Monks both coming on for Hungerford.
And Leggett is ready for Farnham Town. I think just to get Farnham ticking from deep. Happy on the ball, Leggett.
Another summer arrival. One of the early arrivals this summer, Leggett.
Big lad, isn't he, number 10?
Conor McDonough.
Great name. Great boots, Conor McDonough. I like those, I have to say. Not sure about his Jack Grealish lid, but I like his boots.
Looks like a footballer, at least.
Farnham Town do have the ball here.
Daryl Sanders standing over it.
Just over 10 minutes to go here. No real options for Sanders.
Just floats it straight to Angel. There's Taylor. And now picked up by the substitute McDonough. Taylor chasing back. And now Kotwika for McDonough again. Looking to dig out a cross. It was a good one, but the flag's up.
Yeah, Farnham Town just needs to be aware of the break. Still susceptible to it. So many forward players on the pitch. But this really would be a feel-good factor in the clubhouse afterwards if they can hold on to this lead. Another sub here. That's Tom Leggett.
Yeah, his debut in competitive action.
And it's Daryl Sanders who's going to come off it. Could see Farnham Town go 4-3-3 here. Leggett, Jackson, McKenzie, and then the front three of Owen Dean, Adam Liddle, and Bobby Joe Taylor. Or maybe a diamond.
And on in his place, number 6. Please welcome Tom Leggett.
Have to get straight involved, Tom Leggett.
Here's McKenzie, whose defensive duties have been important in this second half in particular. Offers something in both ends of the pitch, doesn't he, McKenzie?
Yeah, he really does. Physical. Totally different sort of player to what we had last year.
Oh, and
That's
that
a poor
was
kick.
not the kick Waller was looking for. McKenzie again, though, mopping up and
Gets away with
fortunate
that.
with the ball through to Jackson, mind.
That's
That's
done really
clever from
well.
Jackson. And here's Dean. Jackson is just behind Leggett. Kane should have time to deal with this.
straight on the bonnet of my car.
Yeah.
Just under 10 to go. That's stoppage time. There hasn't been a huge amount of stoppages, as Hungerford will look to throw this one into the box. A bit more space down this end with the AstroTurf that we beautifully put in over the summer.
Launched in by Engel. First contact by McKenzie. It's Williams. And that's Mason going down.
Yeah, great experience play. Got his body in the way.
He's a very neat and tidy player, Mason, isn't he? Very elegant.
Yeah, just does everything so smooth. Looks for Dean, does well, Owen Dean. Adam Liddell does well too.
Owen Liddell has managed to
Done
steal
really
it
well.
here. Owen Dean. Owen Dean. Well, there's a bit of a scramble. And it was
Liddell and Owen Dean causing havoc.
slightly underhit cutback or a sort of setback there from Dean.
He just got lost under his feet, got so close to the goalkeeper, Owen Dean. Showed his aerial presence there.
Now it's Farnham's turn to eat up the clock.
Let's see where that ball went. Set pieces become even more important here for Farnham.
Can they kill this off once and for all?
Here we go, here's the cutback opportunity. Just gets so close to the goalkeeper, doesn't know really what to do, just kind of puts it back into the danger area. Farnham Town lead 3 back. Needs to find Farnham head. That's a better ball.
Into a better area. Somehow nobody got any contact on it.
Yeah, well, it's a great ball.
Ben Purcell getting ready to come on.
Another passing midfielder. Could see Jackson swap out here. It is Joe Jackson.
Yeah, good shift from Jackson in his return to centre midfield. You know, he's taking his time. Polite applause.
Very polite.
Substitution for Farnham Town going off with number 14, Joe Jackson. And on in his place, number 23, Ben Purcell.
Time's going very slowly. 6 to go.
Hungerford yet to really trouble Waller even since going behind.
Yeah, you just don't want to give away any stupid set pieces late on. You know that's where they're going to be dangerous.
Well, that was almost helped on by McDonough. Farnham staying tight enough. Can aim with time. More than he realised. Angel. Purcell meets it. Dean for Adam Liddell. And now Dean, and now it's
good.
Taylor. If he can just get a touch on it. Liddell. That's into the path of Leggett.
Man down on the floor.
Now Mason.
Oh, that's a poor pass. And it's going to come out to McDonough.
Kenzie wrestling with McDonough.
Does really, really well.
Does. Here's Mason. And here's Liddell. Is this the moment? Well,
Another ball goes over.
thanks to the efforts of Angel, it's not the clincher as Barry Hargreaves is still suffering in the centre circle. It is still Farnham who look the most dangerous of the two sides. 6-3 to Walton and Hersham against Plymouth Parkway. So it is
Great
going to
opportunity, wasn't it?
be, yeah,
Farnham.
6-3 Walton and Hersham.
Did Geordie score?
Didn't score the first.
Ooh, Mazzoni.
So yeah, fascinating day. As another change is being prepared by the visitors.
And it is the player who's down injured. He's going to limp off. God, he's a big lad. Coming on.
Yeah, That's Jordan Rose.
Jordan Rose looks like he should be linebacker in the NFL.
Yeah, Barry Hargreaves having to be helped off. It's like a hip problem.
Old school lid, isn't he? Hargreaves. Rose has got a very distinctive look. Big fella.
In any regard, it's a corner to Farnham. They'd love to make one of these count. And Dean. Purcell competes, and Dean collects. He's lost out though. And here is McDonough. And again, the Dean brothers trying to prevent Cotwicker from making any progress. Here is Rose. All the way through to Waller. And Farnham are nearly there. All depends on how much added time the referee fancies adding on.
Not sure it'll be too many. 4, 5. That's excellent work from Liddell, though. Move Farnham down the pitch between him and Zachy Waller.
Leggett. That's under hit from him. Probably about the 13th Farnham player to be guilty of that today.
And the 13th match ball we've lost in a very short amount of time.
I mean, this would be a really satisfactory win. The way it's been hard fought and scrappy, with a clean sheet to boot, would be really satisfactory, given how much better Farnham can play than this.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those games that we haven't seen a lot of. Foul
throw and then the hit pass all in the same routine.
Yeah, Farnham needs to tighten up.
We are moving into the final minute now. It's going to be Duffus to launch one forward. Mackenzie protecting that back four. Dean. Owen Dean's on the move. And he gets the header. Still Dean.
Couldn't get it across.
Oh, look at that from Owen Dean. Oh, a free kick's been given against Rose. Might have let that go 6 added, says the referee. So there's your answer, 6 added minutes.
6 added minutes.
And they're going to make another change with Patrick Osborne, as Angel, who is on a yellow card, makes way.
Didn't see the yellow card brandished.
Only card of the game.
What did he get booked for?
Foul on Bobby Joe Taylor when he was...
Oh, when he was through. Makes sense.
Number 2, Angel. Number 22, Osborne.
So, Bobby Joe Taylor with that left foot delivery again.
That's a good ball.
Oh, and Dean somehow keeps that alive. And gives away the free kick. And he doesn't really feel like he made any contact with
Yeah, Rose has been involved in a few pieces of action. He's been on the floor a couple of times already. And that'll be Kai Tanner.
Yep, by process of elimination. Man who's been with Farnham through the levels.
That'll be Bobby Joe Taylor.
Yep, and he'll get a well-deserved applause. The match winner as it stands. Rapturous reception.
Yeah, deserved ovation for Bobby Joe Taylor. Could be the difference between Farnham Town going home with 1 or with 3 points tonight.
moment of individual brilliance.
Didn't need to do it, Brandon Mason.
It's always going to take something like that from Taylor to separate these sides. And what was a stalemate up until then.
About 5 to go for Brandon Mason and Farnham Town.
Can Hungerford create something? They've struggled all afternoon to do that. Here's Osborne. Back to Rose. McGrory for Duffus. Time running out.
Hungerford seeing the ball for the first time in the half, really.
That's a loose one. And if Farnham are clever, they can really eat up some of that 6 added minutes here. Dean, Liddell, Tanner.
Oh, and the hit, what a chance.
Osborne now. Going direct, looking for McDonough. Stepney gets up. It's dropped for Williams. And now Cotwicker. Can he pick out a cross? Instead, it's Smith.
It's what the last few minutes is going to be like.
McGrory. Mason trying to do all he can to stop that attacking progress down that right-hand side. Kenzie.
That's okay.
Throw.
But it is going to be a long throw.
Concentration required.
About
As
3,
the clock ticks.
2.5, 3 to go.
Osborne, the only man not in the box for Hungerford.
Nervy moments.
It's met by Kinane. It's going to be another crossing opportunity though. And Waller can, in his own time, pick up the ball as we get a Frankie Hobbs in the 94th minute. Waller.
Another piece of experience from an experienced player. Zaki Waller take the sting out of the game.
Yeah, you don't get any complaints from the Hungerford bench as they were doing the exact same thing in the first half. Yeah,
Nathan Kim Singh taking his time to get over to Zaki Waller.
Real surprise in step 2 with Dagenham 2-0 down to Ebbsfleet at home.
Wow. Not the start that Andy Carroll wanted as an investor or a player.
No. Looks like Dorking going to lose as well.
They're losing 2-0.
2-1.
Oh, still time.
Hemel Henson about to equalise by the looks of it.
Jordan Stepney going to go and check on his mate Zaki Waller as well, just to make sure he's okay.
Well, it's looking like a really well-earned 3 points, this. And it didn't look in the certain moments in the second half that was going to be the case, but Bobby Joe Taylor showed his worth. Thanks for everyone that's been watching on the stream. 343 now watching live in these closing stages. It's not been full of goalmouth action.
No, it hasn't been a classic, but it's been a real welcome to step 3 game. Physical, snarky, clever, organised, difficult to break down. Farnham Town always seem to find a way, and they've had to find a way through a different player this time. New face of Bobby Joe Taylor.
So it's all at the referee's discretion now. Probably got a couple of minutes to hold on here, Farnham. Hungerford still haven't really been able to come anywhere near testing Wallet.
Just got to be sensible.
Kanane heads it away. Stepney rescued that situation.
Really well done from Stepney, and Farnham Town need to get up. Oh, Dean's going to chase it.
Oh,
That's really, really well.
Referee looks at his watch. We continue. Kearney launches one. And it's Rose up there, and Rose gives away the free kick.
He's been a shambles since he came on. He's been nothing but a shambles. No wonder they didn't want to bring him on.
He's a bit aggrieved with that decision.
Clothesline from hell. Just nothing cute about it. We've seen plenty of cute play from the likes of Matt McKenzie, Brandon Mason, a few bits from their team, especially from the 6, which Rose replaced, who's now playing up front.
Owen Dean gets up. It might fall for Liddell.
Still Liddell.
Oh, and the free kick goes against Liddell this time. And some bemused looks all round, and Liddell's going to pick up a yellow card. They're almost there, Farnham.
Seconds. 8 minutes have been played.
Forward from Kearney again. Rose the target again. This time he gets a flick. And it's away between Dean and McKenzie, and that's full time. Bobby Joe Taylor's second half effort is enough to separate Farnham Town from Hungerford. A really competitive game, but it ends here. Farnham 1, Hungerford 0.
And it was a special strike. And it really was one of the only chances of the game. It was brilliant from Farnham Town, ground out a result, 3 points on the board. It won't be one you remember for a long time as a spectacle, but it might be one you remember later on in the season as a very, very well-earned 3 points. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you at Gosport Wednesday night, 7:45. We're back on stream, and I'm looking forward to that one just as much as this one.